And then again, then you have history together. Then you can do a little bit more for each other. And we're not looking to rip anybody off, and nor do we want shit for free. That's not the idea here. Motive, formerly known as KeepTruckin, dice or no dice. How are these guys making out?
Well, this video is going to be for the people that was sleeping, kind of like me, and I had my wake up moment this year. So we've been with KeepTruckin / Motive for about 8 years, and we started as a pretty decent company. I think we really did a good job. We had a really decent customer service, and we were happy using them. So we are not the company that would just always shop around. We like the loyalty, and we are a loyal customer.
Yeah, because the way we see it, it's going to be with the growth mindset. We're thinking, hey, when we're getting bigger, like that's how we want to develop the relationships with any kind of vendors that are needed to run our business, right? And so it should be growing our relationship as we're growing with them. And then again, then you have history together. Then you can do a little bit more for each other. And we're not looking to rip anybody off, and nor do we want shit for free. That's not the idea here.
Yeah, so it's not like, we gotten so big and now give me this rate or else. No, none of that. Provide me a good service. Charge me a reasonable rate, competitive, reasonable rate, whatever market is offering. But for me, it was I very, very accidentally. So I guess we were like renewing our contract with Motive every year, and usually I don't get involved into those phone calls because it's we're kind of happy with service, this and that. Recently, I've heard about some issues with service, but there's always going to be some issues with something because we're talking about quite a few units. Mm-hmm. It's not just one. So I jumped on the phone call of renewing service with Motive, and man, I had my come to Jesus moment because what I realized that the company that we started working with
no longer exists.
That we are talking to totally different people with totally different mindset, with totally different business mindset, and we are running business totally different way than the way we started. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of blown away in a sort of negative way. I still did the best I could do in that situation because our renewal was just like a few days away, and because I was kind of not paying attention, not shopping around, we just didn't have enough time to actually go for it. So we negotiated the rate for a 3-year contract because I thought, okay, this is like the worst that it's going to be, so I still gonna get some savings from 3-year contract, so it's fine. And then once we did that, the new problems
started
surfacing. And now that they already had the realization that I'm not dealing with the same people we started 8 years ago, I became a lot more critical about everything that's going on. So I don't want to go into many details of what is happening, but we went pretty much from a very upstanding, nice white hat company down to the communications of one of those overseas call centers where if we don't like what you tell them, we tell you to fuck off and shit like that.
Yeah. It just becomes irrational at that point and
yes,
fucking yelling across the board.
So obviously we felt that we're not exactly happy with the things are happening. However, we knew we are out of time, and we used it to
leverage, man.
To leverage. So basically, fine. We took a hit, not a big deal. The only thing is I requested to rewrite the contract for only 1 year. I agreed to pay a higher price.
But you leave yourself an out?
But I want to be out of there in 1 year. So again, currently we are dealing with a competitor of Motive. I'm currently testing one unit myself. It seems like very similar to Motive. However, as of right now in the shopping phase, I don't know what's it going to be once we're going to enroll with them.
Right.
It seems everything that KeepTruckin was back in the day. Holy crap, is this real? $4,000 a week in this market, guys? This is not a joke. We got plenty of owner-operators in this market taking home $4,000 a week every single week. So if you're interested in something like this, we're located right here in Mulberry, Florida, just a few miles south of Lakeland. Give us a call, 863-342-5171, because $4,000 take home after all the expenses, that's nothing to laugh at. So we'll see what's up. I'm gonna have a phone call with them tomorrow. I mean, not with Motive. With Motive, that's it. We renewed for a year, and I can tell you right now, in 1 year from now, we're gonna be out of that. So if you run the trucking company and you have your, let's say, safety people doing the renewals, because you cannot get involved in everything, you know what? Sometimes jump on one of those phone calls, see what's going on, because you may not like it.
Yeah, you definitely want to pay attention to those type of topics that are very hard to reverse, and sometimes you can't reverse at all. But luckily, in this case, caught on time, and there's a game plan to get out of it.
Well, I wish we would caught that a month ago. We would be done with Motive right now.
Yeah.
But still, a year is a lot better than 3 years. I just do not believe in the way we run business. This is not the company I want to deal with, and we got to be out of there. So I think it's fine to pay the price for 1 year and be out of there. And that just for you guys that are, this is the lesson that, I'm teaching everybody, but at the same time, I'm falling into this myself. You know how I say, hey, never fall asleep during insurance renewals. Always shop around.
Yeah.
Always have a few agents. There is obviously a dumb way and smart way to shop for insurance. You can totally ruin it by using few agents. But if you do it right, you always want to give an underdog a chance.
Yeah, because that was the whole idea with KeepTruckin. You want to start with underdogs because you're an underdog and develop that relationship and take care of each other.
Yes, and look, the company changed. I think all that rebranding, again, this is just BS that I'm just pulling out of my ass pretty much, because I do not know those details. So allegedly, in my own head, I think that once that rebranding happened from KeepTruckin to Motive, probably the company got sold or something, or just new people came into the management.
There we go, changes it all.
And I think the new people did change the whole course, how the company is gonna run, how the company is gonna do sales, how the company is gonna treat their customers, who we're gonna hire as the management, the whole culture of the company. So I just got really, really disgusted by the culture of the company, and it was not the same company I knew for 8 years. So congrats to us. This is the last year with Motive, and we will keep you updated on the new competitor that we are currently negotiating with, and potentially gonna go into the relationship. And the only lesson that I'm again wanna take out of this is, guys, always shop around. Don't fall asleep. Even if you're like one truck army.
Yeah.
Check around. Check around. Remember, it's always easier to know when your contract is going to be over and shop around accordingly. Check in with a couple of different companies. See what we got to offer. Don't fall asleep, because you don't want to be in the situation like we are right now for 1 year with a company that we do not want to do business with. However, we will follow through, and we're going to be all right. And hopefully in a year from now, we're going to remember it as a, bad nightmare.
Here we go. We'll probably make a video about it, that don't fall asleep.
All right, guys. Take care. Be safe.